Welcome to Waters World. I'm Jesse Waters. President Trump pitching a new deal to end the government shutdown and get his border wall. The president welcoming America's newest citizens during an Oval Office naturalization ceremony before announcing his compromise.
Our plan includes the following: $800 million in urgent humanitarian assistance, $805 million for drug detection technology to help secure our ports of entry, an additional 2,750 border agents and law enforcement professionals, 75 new immigration judge teams to reduce the court backlog of, believe it or not, almost 900,000 cases. Our plan includes critical measures to protect migrant children from exploitation and abuse. The plan includes $5.7 billion for a strategic deployment of physical barriers, or a wall. This is not a 2,000-mile concrete structure from sea to sea. These are steel barriers in high-priority locations. In order to build the trust and goodwill necessary to begin real immigration reform, there are two more elements to my plan. Number one is 3 years of legislative relief for 700,000 DACA recipients brought here unlawfully by their parents at a young age many years ago. Secondly, our proposal provides a 3-year extension of temporary protected status, or TPS.
Now, with a new deal on the table, the ball totally in the Democrats' court. Here to help us break it all down, Fox News national correspondent Ed Henry, Fox News national security strategist Dr. Sebastian Gorka, Republican National Committee spokeswoman Kayleigh Mcenany, and former Congressman and Fox News contributor Jason Chaffetz. Ed, we begin with you. This totally changes the dynamic now in the Capitol. How is this shifted responsibility?
Yeah. Let me tell you what the president said and then tell you what he really meant. And that's the key. He's trying to put Nancy Pelosi on defense. It was basically message, I care. Yeah, I want to talk about the wall. I want to talk about the barrier, but I'm going to talk about humanitarian aid. He's going to help DACA recipients. 700,000 DACA recipients basically get 3 years of protection. They get to stay in the country while they figure all this out. TPS means protected status for about 300,000 people who are in this country now who could be deported, who are from Honduras, Guatemala, places like that. So those are the details. In exchange, he wants the $5.7 billion for a wall, a barrier, a fence, whatever you want to call it. Here's what he didn't say, and is the real key. He wants to start in the Senate and not the House.
Right.
He thinks maybe he can get 60 votes. You now have a stronger Republican majority. 53 Republican senators, and you have moderate Democrats like Joe Manchin. Can he get to 60 votes on a deal similar to this and then put the pressure on Nancy Pelosi? She's trying to drive things now that she's in the House and say, look, I want to reopen the government, but I don't want to give you any money for the wall. Let's put it in the Senate court. Let's put it in the president's court.
But has Nancy said something already? Isn't she already throwing cold water on this?
Down
before he even gave the speech?
Right. And what she's complaining about is that the DACA recipients, for example, will not get a path to citizenship.
Right.
Well, okay, why did the president leave that out? It's a negotiating. It's the art of the deal, folks. Because if he gave them everything now, then there would be no compromise. So the idea is they come back and say, we'll give you $3 billion for the wall or something like that. And then he says, okay, I'll give you a path to citizenship for the DACA recipients. So look, the point is that the president, going back to the holidays, has been saying, I'm at the White House, I'm ready to negotiate. Pelosi's been in Hawaii, she wanted to go on a foreign trip. So he grounded Air Pelosi first to get back on offense, okay?
Right.
And now part two of this strategy from the president, from the White House, is to take the initiative, go on offense by saying, I'm driving the legislative train through the Senate, not through the House.
Right. All right. So let's bring in the rest of the guys. If you look at this from a very conservative perspective, and let's say, Dr. Gorka, you see the president offering, it's not even amnesty, because these people are not going to get voting rights. They're not going to get anything like that. You're basically just extending the status quo on dreamers and these temporary protected status people just for a few more years. I don't see anything that Republicans could vote against. Do you?
No, I mean, Ann Coulter's already tweeting hysterically that we didn't vote for amnesty. This has nothing to do with amnesty. Maybe she's trying to sell books or something. It is simply a grace period, a 3-year, very compassionate grace period. It is exactly as Ed said. The tables have turned because now, if Nancy doesn't accept this deal, which is for just 0.01 of the federal budget, that's what the $5 billion is, then she will paint herself and all of the Democrats as utterly uncompassionate.
Right. And those are crumbs. Those are merely crumbs, to put it in some terms that the Speaker can understand. Kayleigh, he's offering, I think, 230 miles of additional border wall, and those are the steel slats that you can see through that give increased visibility. And he's also doing a lot of other things for humanitarian reasons, as Ed pointed out. Do you see the possibility of the Senate getting 60 votes on this? I think it's a slam dunk.
Oh, I think this is a slam dunk in the Senate. Of course, she'll have to have a few Democrats come over. We've padded our Republican majority. But I think you're right. Look, this is a very fair compromise. And it's everything, literally everything, or at least a lot of what Democrats have asked for and have talked about supporting. And let's just get to the point here with regard to the House and Nancy Pelosi. Democrats are fakers. Democrats are posers. And the reason I say that is they said they want DACA legalization. Well, this is a great first step toward that. They say that they wanted a barrier on the southern border just 5 years ago when they voted on it in the Gang of Eight bill. Now they don't. They've posed and they've faked their way. This is the plan they've always wanted, and here they are rejecting it.
Right. So right now you've had Nancy Pelosi try to leave the country. You've had other people in the House go to Puerto Rico and take their shirts off and hang out during the shutdown. I don't see how the media, as biased as they are, Jason, how they can paint this president and the Republican Party as anything other than willing to compromise and negotiate.
No, I think Donald Trump has played that just right. He's been reasonable. He's been tempered. He showed compassion. And he also indicated that if we can get this deal done, that on a weekly basis, he would invite them in a bipartisan way to figure out the rest of immigration. I don't know what you can ask for. And I hope every single federal worker who's not getting a check, watch that video and then listen to Nancy and Chuck and tell us who is reaching out their hand, who's being reasonable, and who's actually trying to solve this problem.
That's a great point, because he said this is just the beginning. And, you know, they can address chain migration, lottery, the asylum loopholes, all that other stuff. Maybe just invite him over and serve some Whoppers and Big Macs. That seems to work. Let's go to this BuzzFeed story. So BuzzFeed came out with a story the other day, said that the president directed his lawyer, Michael Cohen, to lie to Congress. All hell broke loose in the media. Mueller's team, who never speaks, put out a statement pretty much denying this report. BuzzFeed's description of specific statements to the special counsel's office and characterization of documents and testimony obtained by this office regarding Michael Cohen's congressional testimony are not accurate. Dr. Gorka, this is kind of a body blow to the BuzzFeed story and to the rest of the media's fantasy that impeachment's around the corner.
I think it's a stake through the heart of BuzzFeed, and it also vindicates the president's use of the word fake news for the last 2 years. Because what happened? A fallacious story which had to be denied within hours by Robert Mueller. What did it trigger in the rest of the media? 20 hours of breathless impeach. The story here isn't BuzzFeed. BuzzFeed is garbage. I mean, they're the first people who actually released the Steele dossier. The story is how the media reacted to it. That's the story.
Well, listen, I think we have some sound because they basically hyperventilated, and then when they saw Mueller come out and say it's basically fake news, this is what they were forced to admit. Watch this.
The larger message that a lot of people are going to take from this story is that the news media are a bunch of leftist liars who are dying to get the president, and they're willing to lie to do it. I just think this is a bad day for us.
Bad day. Many days are bad days, but this especially, Jason.
Well, let's start with the fact that it's BuzzFeed. And what happened to journalism school where you're supposed to actually go out and verify things? I'm tired of reading all these reports with anonymous sources. But I got to give you credit to Mr. Mueller to actually issue a statement and say that's not true. I'm glad he did that. But the journalism that's supposed to happen is just absolutely stunning. And I'm glad they took it in the face because I'm tired of them putting out these lies and anonymous sources. It's just so fundamentally wrong.
All right, Katie, Kayleigh, we can't get to you. We're up against a hard break, but thank you guys very much.
Look,
Buzzkill
Thank
by
you.
BuzzFeed.
Yeah.
All right.